Welcome back to Vintage Steel Garage. Today I'm going to do a slightly different video. I'm going to do a review of a trickle charger that I've recently bought. So with winter around the corner and many of us laying up our project cars, our second cars or third and fourth cars in some cases, for the winter and not using them, one being the Push 911 and the Boxer outside and the truck and the camper van, what I have been bad at doing is the health check of a battery. And a car battery, normally the lead acid batteries, there is now the AGM batteries, which is absorbed glass mat. AGM batteries are mainly used on cars with a lot of stop-start functions, and they have a greater capacity to charge and discharge because obviously it's going through that cranking of an engine many times. So that's an AGM battery on the stop-start functions, and they need a different battery charger. And I've only got two battery chargers. I've got a C-Tech battery charger, a trickle charger, it's a very small one, 2 amps, and then I've got your bog standard, old-fashioned, it's either a 3 amp or a 6 amp charger. There's no intelligence to it, it's just fast or slow. Slow's 3 amps, fast is 6 amps. So I thought I needed to treat myself to a new charger, but these chargers, like this, these little small sort of tiny little ones, they look like about a power supply. It's about the size of a power supply for a laptop. They're about £80, so it's a lot of money really. So I came across this in Lidl on offer for £9.99. Seemed pretty good, didn't it? It's worth trying. Got a flickery light up there. So for £9.99 it was worth a try, wasn't it? I think I've seen them online for about £15, so it's not only Lidl, and if Lidl have sold out, you've not missed a trick. It's got 4 modes, so it'll do a 6-volt battery first of all, so if you've got a motorbike. It'll then do a 12-volt battery at 0.8 of an amp. It'll then do a 12-volt battery at 5 amps, and then it'll do the AGM 12-volt battery, which I think is basically a different charging regime and trickle charging, and that's at 5 amps as well. It's also got the ability, a lot of them have now, which a bog standard charger does not have, reverse polarity protection. So if you put it on, you won't damage your charger or damage your battery. And it will charge up to, basically it'll charge the battery up and then it'll go put it into trickle charge. So, and it's got a display on there as well, telling you what the voltage is, which my other one doesn't. The other one just tells me it's charging, floating or reverse polarity. Those are the only options it has on it. So let's take a look at this one. Unfortunately this one, it's a bit of a stretch to the plug, so what I might do is I might extend the 12-volt leads just to get a little bit further and a bit more use out of it in the garage. So you can see here it is saying it is 12.9 volts. That little sort of snowflake is showing it's in the AGM mode and the battery's fully charged. So I've had it on for about a week and it's been working great, so I didn't want to just plug it in straight away and say, oh yeah, go out and buy one of these, because I didn't know if it was any good or not. So I'll now put it on another battery which hasn't been charged for a while, so hopefully that will show the steps of how we use it and go about it. And it's worth doing really, because if you don't look after your batteries, you're going to end up called summer buying a new battery, and you know, batteries are anything up to £100. Well, anything between £60 and £200 for a battery for a car, so you've got to look after them nowadays. So let me show you it on another spare battery I've got, from first turning it on, just connecting it to see what it says, see the diagnostics it runs through, and then the various modes. Okay, so I've got the charger connected now to the battery, positive on positive, negative on negative. It's plugged in. Always connect up first before you turn your charger on, because you could actually cause problems with your charger if it's got no load on it. So we've got the battery connected, now we're ready to turn it on. This is the function button on it that we run through in a minute. So if I turn it on, it's going to come up saying it's 12.7 volts. It's on standby and there's 1 bar there. There's 4 modes in it, and it'll say 6 volt here for 6-volt battery, motorbike 12 volt, then it's car at 5 amp, then it's the AGM, which is it's a snowflake. And I don't know why they've done the snowflake, but it also said it's the winter mode for the battery. So maybe it's a bit of an aggressive cycle in the winter when it's colder and your batteries aren't as functional. I'm not quite too sure, but I'm going to scroll through these, pick the option I want. It does sort of time back, so I've just got to go through them quickly. So we've got the motorbike, which is 12 volts, 0.8 of an amp. I've got the car, which is at 5 amps, and then I've got the AGM at the sort of the frost there at 5 amps. So this isn't an AGM battery, so I'm just going to put it on the car at 5 amps. There's a very last one here, which is 6 volt. It didn't give me that option because when I plugged the battery on, it automatically reads over 6 volts, so it doesn't give you the option for the 6 volts. So there's a safety protection in there, so that's good. So you can see the battery volts is now going up to 13.3. We're up to 0.2 already. I doubt it's charged that much already. It's not gone from 25 to 50%. It's probably just on the borderline for the next LED coming on, to be absolutely honest. But there we go. So we'll leave it on there cycling away. This battery itself was a brand new battery I bought for my truck. I just haven't got round to putting it on the truck yet, and it's just sat on the floor. So it's always good to keep your batteries, your lead acid batteries, fully charged up. So I'm probably going to leave that on for a couple of days, see how it performs, see if we can get up to 4 bar on that one, and that's quite good. What I might just do out of interest is swap the leads over to show you the sort of reverse polarity check, and let's see what that does. Okay, so I've swapped my leads over. I've got my black on my positive and my red on the negative. Are we going to have flames and fire, or is it going to come up with some sort of error? There we go, that's quite safe. So it's error, and there's a tiny little sort of logo here, and it's sort of saying, I think it's sort of like polarity, positive and negative. It's saying the wrong way around there. You can probably just see it there. Maybe just see it here. So let's just turn it off, connect it back the right way around. So let's put it on the right setting there. So we're on the car setting, 13.1 volts. I'm going to leave that charging for a day or two and see where that gets to. So there we go, very short video today really, but probably quite handy with this time of year really, with winter coming in and people putting cars, not long-term storage and wondering what to do about the battery. This here is, it's only a 5 amp trickle charge. It's not going to pull 5 amps all the time, that's just the maximum it will pull. Once it's fully charged up to those 4 bars, I dare say it's going to drop down to like the 0.8 or less and just cycle on and off. And it's safe to run left like that all winter. C-Tech ones are about £80. This was £9.99 from Lidl, which is on offer now in the UK. But I have seen them on eBay for £14.99. So I think for that price, it's worth buying, sticking it on charge, leaving it on your car all winter. If your car's outside, it's probably not a waterproof unit, but what I would do is put the charger and the plug, probably with an extension lead, under your bonnet, shut the bonnet and just run the extension lead along the floor into your garage and leave it like that for the winter. So that's it. Thanks for watching. There'll be more content coming up soon. Bye for now.